Didn't know you. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Reasonably Prepared. As always, I am Joshua. And before we get into the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here today, I have a small announcement. We are giving away one of these and one of these. The VLOX 2 from 3V Gear and a BLACKBEARD fire starting kit. And I'm going to be buying a couple extra odds and ends to put into them. So just go to Reasonably Prepared, scroll down a little bit, and hit enter here. And it'll take you to the window. Give me your name and email address. That way, if you win, I know who to send it to. Or click the link below in the description. It should send you straight there. On the last day of September, I'm going to be doing a random pick. And some lucky winner is going to win one of these. So click it, enter it. Thank you 3V Gear, thank you BLACKBEARD, and thank you to all who watch and subscribe. And speaking of which, little secret, it helps out the channel if you hit the subscribe button, and then if you also get really angry at the like button and start beating it like this, helps us out. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for watching. Don't forget to leave comments below on anything we do here. We always want to engage and always want to try to help. Check the link below to enter the giveaway for National Preparedness Month, September giveaway. Thank you 3V Gear, thank you BLACKBEARD. Okay, what are we talking about today? Well, as you all may well know, it is my life's mission to get everyone or anyone started their preparedness journey. And this doesn't necessarily mean going into extremes or anything like that, but I've got the holy trinity of the beginning preparedness, which are going to be water, food, and medical. And you can check out all my other videos. For how to get started on water. We're doing a bunch on how to get started on food. But today I want to get you jump started, get you a small, quick win when it comes to prepping for medical. So I do want to give a preface to this. I am not a medical professional. I'm just a guy. I'm a dad, a father who wants to make sure I take care of my family, and in order to do that, I do keep medical supplies. Now, I keep more medical supplies than other people, maybe because I have friends who are doctors, I have friends who are nurses, and they've helped me to curate supplies in the event of an emergency, but I'm not a medical professional. So I'm not giving you medical professional advice. I'm giving you jumpstart, kickstart, normal, everyday person advice to get you started and get you just a little bit above the rest of what other people have. Now, also, because I like getting the information from medical professionals, we are doing a collaboration today with another YouTuber called Kris. Kris, you're awesome. Thanks for doing all this with me. He's going to do a similar video, his 3.5 or his 3 things that you should have to get started. And he is a medical professional. He will give you all his credentials. He's in the nursing industry. He's been a nurse. He's done all kinds of trauma stuff, and he'll give you all of that. But there'll be a link in the description below to his video, and he's going to link to my video. So the things that I'm deficient in, the areas that I don't know anything about, he's going to know more about. So he's going to give you his perspective on what he thinks you should do to get started. And if you team up on him, you do what you have margin for, you do what you can, and you're going and supporting Kris, who's the nicest guy. I appreciate him. He's awesome. So Kris, link in the description below for his video as well. So when you're done watching this one, go ahead and watch his 3.5 things you should do to get started. Maybe they're the same, maybe they're not. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to watch it and I'm going to learn. So I hope that you watch it and you learn as well. So now let's get into the 3.5 things, items, stuffs, process you can do to get yourself started, kick-started, jump-started on having some prepper medical stuff. Number 1 is going to be have a working, functional medicine cabinet. Now, this doesn't necessarily, yes, people in bathroom have their little medicine cabinet and things like that, but what I'm talking about is being intentional on stocking in a central location in your home, functioning, ebb and flowing medicine cabinet. And this is going to have some basic fundamental medicines, like your basic painkillers, your Tylenols or acetaminophen, your ibuprofens, your Proxen, sodium. It's going to be like Aleve, your basic NSAIDs, your basic painkillers. You can get them at the dollar store, you can get them at Walmart, but I do recommend the higher value is to go to Costco, go to Sam's Club, or even Walmart and get them in the larger containers like these. Allergy and cold meds. Make sure you've got an abundance of allergy and cold medications. So it's going to be your Benadryls and your cough syrup. You're going to want to keep anti-diarrheal, antacids, anti-diarrheal, anti-nausea medications. So just literally go to the store, and any over-the-counter medications that they sell that you can buy, these are all good to have in some quantity. And inside of the medicine cabinet is also going to, your medicine cabinet, medicine boxes are going to be cleansing agents. Alcohol prep pads, hydrogen peroxide, things of that nature for cleansing and cleaning out wounds. Antibiotic ointment, burn creams, making sure you keep burn creams and aloe vera around. Things like calamine lotion for itches and burns, or itch cream, like anti-itch creams, things like that. In fact, if you just I'll put it in the link below. If you download our in case of emergency checklist, almost all of these things are curated on the checklist, so all you gotta do is go buy them that way. You can download it, it's free, and you just go bink, bink, bink. So everything I talk about today will actually be on this in case of emergency prepper checklist that we will, like I said, give to you for free. Just download it and bing, 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 bing. Small little detail. Remember to keep medicines outside the reach of children. Always monitor them as adults. All right, so that's number one, a functioning, working medicine box, medicine cabinet. Okay, number two is gonna be first aid kits. So you can do any of these in any order you want, but I'm doing this just to get you the quick jump start. So second is gonna be some type of what we call IFAK, individual first aid kits, or boo-boo kits. And this is gonna go beyond the scope of medicines in that it's gonna also have small amount of medical supplies for minor scrapes, cuts, and wounds. Okay, so it's not necessarily painkillers and medicines. It's the ability to handle small to minor to maybe intermediate injuries, small cuts, scrapes, burns, poison ivies, things of that nature. So you're going to want to make sure you can go to Walmart and buy $10 and $15 first aid kits. And I want you to keep one good sized first aid kit with your medicines, and then I want another one in your vehicle, and then as a third I also keep one in my backpack that I carry around. To reiterate, these are going to have your band-aids or what are they, just generic adhesive bandages. It's going to have gauze, it's going to have gauze tape, it's going to have alcohol prep pads. Sometimes they come with them, but I recommend that you buy them separately because you can buy them in boxes of 100, and that's going to be nitrile gloves. Nitrile gloves should be with your medicines, with your first aid kit, in your vehicle. I put some in my vehicle in Ziploc bags and put them behind a seat because they're always good to have for things other than medical as well. But as I was talking with Kris Mack and several of my friends who are in the medical industry, shout out to you, Mustache Flight Medic, they talk about things that they use outside of work, and gloves are something you want to make sure you're protecting yourself from bloodborne pathogens. Boo-boo kits, small lacerations, gotta have. So number two is gonna be first aid kit. You can get them for 15 bucks. Seriously, some extra bandages, some extra band-aids. For 25 bucks, you can have yourself pretty well outfitted with the ability to service minor scrapes, cuts, and wounds. So number three. Okay, so number three is information, directions. What you're gonna want, now that you've got some meds and things like that, you always wanna follow the directions on here. Now that you've got some medical supplies like boo-boo kits and things like that, you are gonna wanna get some reading material to help you on your journey so you can better implement those. And that's gonna be, like a first aid book. What we do, and I'll show you here on the screen, we actually went online. You can just do you just do an internet Google search for like how to treat a burn, how to treat a wound, how to treat a cut. And you can find bullet point, easy to read, big pictures type information that we printed out, we laminated, and we stuck. You'll see we stick them to the wall with our medical supplies so that they're easily referenced for grown-ups and for children. And then as grown-ups, we read these different books. American Red Cross has a great book, an emergency medical book, basic medical skills. Another one is going to be a book called Where There Is No Doctor. I'll put a link. Actually, I'll just put a picture here. I had that book and I gave it away to a friend and I haven't replaced it. I need to buy another one. But you can get it on Amazon called Where There Is No Doctor. Another one is going to be the Survival Medical Handbook. I have heard of this one through Casual Preppers. Shout out to Casual Preppers. And that one of the Casual Preppers guys, he's a nurse. He's in the medical industry and he really likes that book. But the truth is, if you go on Amazon and pick up there are so many survival medical books to have. And when you get them, don't just file it away. Read through it. Check it out. See where your things are and formulate a plan in your head. Other things are American Red Cross. You can print out things like this where it gives you, first aid primer, and it gives you a bullet point, things you want to do. Pick those up. Get yourself acquainted with what to do in your home. This is a jump start. We've come to the end. I say the end. We've come to point 5. And this is a little nugget. Really, this turns into 4 at this point, but that is to definitely try to get some medical training. This is at the end, and this is part of once you get these things and have them, then the next step to getting into the intermediate stage is going to be some form of CPR class. Go to your local library and find out if or do a search on Google, medical classes in my area. Maybe ask your employer if they offer CPR training or basic first aid medical. My company does. I've taken 1 or 2 first aid classes and emergency response classes. Get yourself trained so you know how to implement this under stress. If you do this, if you get yourself working in this way and you don't already have these things, you will be ahead of the game from most people who don't have any of this stuff, just to have basic, fundamental, over-the-counter medical supplies. And here is another thing. Look at a lot of these things you can actually buy with your HSA, your health savings account, things of that nature. Go to the website for your HSA and see, but a lot of this stuff is actually authorized for purchase on that as well. First baby step, small win, medical supplies. This is a video for that. Check out Kris Mack's channel. He's awesome. He's a friend of our channel, and he's gonna have his own perspective on what to do to get yourself started. And as always, I'm Joshua. I really appreciate you being here. I hope this helps, and leave in the comments below, what did I miss? What do you think I should run out and go get, or anybody should run out and go get to get themselves started, that you think is super important that I have missed? Once again, think just getting started, not intermediate to advanced. Thanks as always, and remember, just because you're prepared doesn't mean you're prepared. Just because you're prepared does not mean you're paranoid. Blessings.